So, this guy, Brad Polumbo, many of you may know I was supposed to have debated him a while back. I'm going to reach out to him after this segment is done and ask for another debate. Not another debate, my first one, because we haven't done it yet. But I'm going to ask him again for a debate, because the last time, neither of us flaked. It was just like he got busy one day. That sounds weird. He was busy one day, and he had to cancel, so whatever. And then we just never set it up again. So I'm going to reach out to him again because I challenged him to a debate and he accepted my challenge, and I want to respect that. But before we do that, I'm going to watch this video that he just uploaded called Normal Gay Reacts to Woke LGBTQ TikToks. Also, I need to move. Apparently this looks better, so we're keeping it here. All right. They're getting creepy. Let's take a look.
Truth is that
and for those who don't know, Brad Polumbo is like this transphobic gay guy who he's like a pick-me, basically.
brother Bill, big reveal, is now my sister, Lily. I know.
I am begging,
Okay.
just begging the LGBT activists on TikTok to leave children alone. But apparently that's too much to ask.
What if those children are trans, Brad? Should they still leave them alone? Sometimes that happens, you know, like sometimes there's a set of siblings, one's, you know, like you have a brother and a sister, and then one day the one you think is your sister comes home from the gender clinic and now he is your brother. Like sometimes that happens. What's wrong? This is just how life works sometimes for some people.
Yes, guys, we're back with another bonus episode of the Bread versus Everyone podcast, where I react to crazy LGBT and woke TikToks.
We love that.
Perspective of a normal, moderate gay person who hasn't totally lost
You gotta wonder what he means by normal, you know? What do you mean by that, man?
his mind quite yet.
Because there was a time when being gay wasn't considered normal, so you'd just be contradicting yourself here. A lot of Republicans still don't think that being gay is normal.
Because you guys seem to enjoy these videos. You like watching me suffer. You're a little sick. You're into it like that. And I judge you a little bit for it, but I also profit from it. So I'll take it. Up first, we've got an unfortunately familiar face, the transgender TikToker Lily Tino, who's out with a creepy new video targeting kids. Take a listen.
You're trying to come up with a roast, but I can't come up with one. Somebody last time we covered him called him Discount Robbie Rotten, and I think that is probably not going to be beaten ever in the history of mankind, because holy shit, is that funny.
Take a listen.
You Need to Chill by Juno Dawson. Sometimes people say to me, what happened to your brother Bill? We haven't seen him in ages. Is he hiding? Is he ill? Is he lost in the park? Is he scared of the dark? Is he doing his homework still? That's when I look at them in the eye and say, hey, you need to chill. But the kids keep asking questions and say, was he eaten by a shark or whale? Was he munched up just like krill? That simply isn't true, I say, and hey, you need to chill. But the kids don't give up and they ask, is he on vacation in Barbados or Brazil? No one has
So far, this is just like a standard kids book, of people wondering where this person's brother is.
gone anywhere. And hey, you need to chill. But they're not giving up. Is he at the zoo? Is he at the fair? Is he searching for a thrill? Although we do love the Ferris wheel, hey, you need to chill. But we're so confused and so concerned. We cannot rest until we find out what happened to your brother Bill. Did he tumble down and hurt himself? Have they given him a pill? Is he in the pool or on the field showing off his skill? Was he taken to Mars by aliens? Is he on their spaceship?
Okay, this is dragging.
Stop, I say. That's enough. Hey.
Brad, get better at making this more digestible. Like you can make this much briefer than what it is. I don't need to sit through this children's book.
You need to chill. There are no hungry whales and no green little men. Your hysteria is silly. The truth is that my brother Bill, big reveal, is now my sister, Lily.
Based.
I know. It was maybe quite a shock at first, but really she's just the same. She just looks a little different and has a new first name. She's still clever and funny.
I think this is fine.
Kind and cool. She's one in a mill. And if people have a problem, we shout, hey, you need to chill. The cool thing.
Agreed. I saw nothing wrong there. Like what? But there was nothing wrong, man. Like what's wrong with that book? I guess he'll explain.
The thing about this book is
Presumably.
It can be a call and response. So anytime you say, hey, you need to chill, your kid can say it with you.
Hey, so this is creepy. This is demonic.
How?
This is everything people are worried about. And
How is this demonic? That was fine. Katie, you're a teacher. Come here. I need to know if this book for school children is demonic.
Okay.
I'm going to skip most of it, but basically they're asking where this person's brother Billy is the entire time.
Okay.
Green little men. Your hysteria is silly. The truth is that my brother Bill, big reveal, is now my sister, Lily. I know. It was maybe quite a shock at first, but really she's just the same. She just looks a little different and has a new first name. She's still clever and funny and kind and cool. She's one in a mill. And if people have a problem, we shout, hey, you need to chill. The cool thing about this book is it can be a call and response. So anytime you say, hey, you need to chill, your kid can say it with you.
hey,
So was there anything problematic with that?
The only thing that I truly was like, we might want to change that, was the fact that a lot of little kids probably aren't going to know the word hysteria, but that's more a vocab thing than anything else. But that was like it. Early childhood literature is not my specialty.
Okay,
But
this guy thinks it's demonic.
did he say why?
so this is creepy. This is demonic. This is everything people are worried about and then some. It's like this person, Lily, who I don't believe is a real trans person, by the way. I believe is a mixture of an attention seeker and
Okay,
potentially
you
a
can cross it out.
fetishist.
I think,
By the way, he watches my content.
why?
He like reacted to my video, and we were about to do a debate, but then we didn't, and now I'm about to reach out to him again.
Okay.
But just so you know, he might watch this.
Okay. Hi, I guess, but also don't perceive me, don't interact with me. You are exactly the kind of person I would not want to be around in my life ever. So, yeah, there's nothing creepy or demonic about that. If it was the rhyme scheme that was weird for you, then you need to stop watching horror films and you need to read some Dr. Seuss and experience some whimsy in your life, because clearly you don't have enough of it. And also, do we need to establish that this is a fictional person in a fictional children's
That's what I was
book?
thinking. I was like, well, no, but like the point is that this
Like,
parallels real experiences.
It parallels real experiences, but this is, of course, it's not a real person. Duh, it's fiction.
It's a children's book.
It's a children's book, and the fact that you think that somebody is trying to make something demonic out of a period in a person's life where they should experience nothing but positive things and general whimsy, you need to go check your eyes, and you probably should take a course on media literacy because you don't have a lot of it. So yeah.
Good stuff. Thank you.
No problem. I do what I can for the people in what little ways I can.
I felt your input was valuable.
Oh my god.
As a teacher.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, he's saying Lily, the woman reading the book, isn't a real trans woman. But like that should have been phrased. Wait, he said Lily isn't a real person. Oh wait, is her name's Lily, isn't it? Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. I forgot the person reading it was also named Lily. My bad. But also, like,
Person, by the way, I believe is a mixture of an attention seeker and potentially a fetishist. It's like this person decided to come up in a laboratory with the video
how is any of that fetishy?
designed to alienate as many people as possible, to put people, even good people, even open-minded people, on the defensive and make them feel like this community, LGBTQIA, whatever Wi-Fi password.
Oh, he did the joke! Oh! Dude, I love it when like we make the joke about adding like additional numerals and symbols to the LGBTQIA. That's my favorite, and every time it gets me. I will give him points unironically for the Wi-Fi password. Have not heard that one yet, so points for originality. But still, like you just barely cleared the bar.
We're up to now. Make that community feel like the enemy, even though most normal gay, lesbian, bisexual, and yes, even many trans adults are just normal people.
Okay, wait, how do you define... Okay, so, like, children can't be trans? If it's normal to be trans and it's fine to be trans, then it's fine for children to be trans. Like, what's the problem? Like, if... Okay, so Okay, Brad, I don't know if you knew this, but like this exact same scare was going on with the gay community, like not that long ago. Okay, I don't know if you recall how long ago it was that we legalized gay marriage finally, but it wasn't very long ago. Okay, so like your community, the gay community, is fresh off of this. I don't understand why you would repackage that same rhetoric against trans people. It doesn't make any sense, man. Like, why would you do this?
And we're not actually trying to push crazy stuff on your kids, but apparently this person is. And whoever wrote this,
they literally said the same thing about gay people. They literally said, like back in the 1900s, they were like, oh, the gay men, they want to grab your sons and gay them. They want to grab your underage sons and turn them gay. It's the same recycled bullshit. It's the same thing. Nobody's transing your kids except your own kids. Okay? My point is they are trans. Like, they're not, nobody's tricking them into this. Like, if you ask a lot of parents of trans children, they didn't even understand the concept of trans until their child came out to them. And they were like, oh my God, like, what is this? And sometimes it's like as young as 4 or 5. Like, their 4-year-old will just be like, yeah, like they were born male and they're like, yeah, I'm a girl. Like, sometimes it's just like that. Okay? Here, Brad, since I know you watch my content, this is going to make this longer than it needs to be, but I feel this is important. And if this doesn't change your mind, then so be it. But I feel that you should just see it anyway.
Chairman, I'll go as quickly as I can. I'm a lifelong Missourian. I'm a business lawyer. I'm a Christian. I'm the son of a Methodist minister. I'm a husband. I'm the father of 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls, including a wonderful and beautiful transgender daughter, who today happens to be her birthday. And I chose to be here. She doesn't know that. She thinks I'm at work. One thing I often hear when transgender issues are discussed is, I don't get it. I don't understand. And I would expect some of you to have said that and feel the same way. I didn't get it either. For years, I didn't get it. For years, I would not let my daughter wear girl clothes. I did not let her play with girl toys. I forced my daughter to wear boy clothes and get short haircuts, play on boy sports teams. Why did I do this? To protect my child. I did not want my daughter or her siblings to get teased. And truth be told, I did it to protect myself as well. I wanted to avoid those inevitable questions as to why my child did not look and act like a boy. My child was miserable. I cannot overstate that. She was absolutely miserable, especially at school. No confidence, no friends, no laughter. I honestly say this, I had a child who did not smile. We did that for years. We did that against the advice of teachers, therapists, and other experts. I remember the day everything changed for me. I'd gotten home from work and my daughter and her brother were in the front lawn. And my daughter had sneaked on one of her older sister's play dresses. And they wanted to go across the street and play with the neighbor's kids. It was time for dinner. I said, come in. She asked, can she go across the street? I said, no. She asked me if she went inside and put on boy clothes, could she then go across the street and play? And it's then that it hit me that my daughter was equating being good with being someone else. I was teaching her to deny who she is. As a parent, the one thing we cannot do, the one thing, is silence our child's spirit. And so on that day, my wife and I stopped silencing our child's spirit. The moment we allowed my daughter to be who she is, to grow her hair, to wear the clothes she wanted to wear, she was a different child. And I mean, it was immediate. It was a total transformation. I now have a confident, a smiling, a happy daughter. She plays on a girls' volleyball team. She has friendships. She's a kid. I came here today as a parent to share my story. I need you to understand that this language, if it becomes law, will have real effects on real people. It will affect my daughter. It will mean she cannot play on the girls' volleyball team or dance squad or tennis team. I ask you, please don't take that away from my daughter or the countless others like her who are out there. Let them have their childhoods. Let them be who they are. I ask you to vote against this legislation.
Okay, I know that was long, but I feel that was important. So, Brad, if you're watching this, I would like your opinion on that video. Okay, you don't have to put the whole thing in your React content if that's what you plan to do. But, like, I just want your opinion. You know, like, what do you think of this dad? Is he grooming her, his daughter? You know, like, did he groom her to be trans? Or is this just, like, he literally resisted at first. He was like, no, you're a boy. You're a boy, you're a boy, you're a boy. Okay? And finally, one day, he just realized, like, no, like, this is real, and I am the dumbass. I am the dumbass here. And he changed, and he became better. Okay? So I just want your opinion. I want you to know, I want to know what you think of what went on here. What's the name of this video? It's right there. Missouri dad speaks about transgender daughter, urging lawmakers not to pass student athlete bill. It's a great video. I pull it up often because I think it's a great example of how this tends to work. Okay? The way that this tends to work is that a trans child will just come to their parents who either don't know anything about being trans or are Christian religious zealots who will just kick them out of the house or else abuse them. That's usually how this works, okay? And you can make all the arguments you want about, well, they learned this on social media. They picked this up from Instagram. No, this has always happened. This has always been a thing, okay? Why were there trans people in the 1900s before the internet, huh? The concept of being trans goes back to Mesopotamia, dude. The first human civilization. It goes that far back, okay? So spare me this bullshit of like, oh, this is just like, oh, they learned this from social media. No, like, this is real. And you just hate trans people, man.
Book, which
and it kind of sucks.
Simply should not exist. There have always been a tiny percentage of kids who from a very young age feel like they're trapped in the wrong body. But those kids didn't need to be taught about it. They didn't need the idea that it planted in their mind. It just happened.
That doesn't happen. I just addressed this whole thing of like social grooming or whatever. Dude, if your child learns about the concept of being trans and then starts identifying as a different gender than what they were assigned, maybe they were just trans all along. You know? What's the regret rate? Look it up. Here, I'll help you. It's between 1% and 3%. Okay? The highest regret rate that we have recorded is like 3%. But I'll give you a handicap here. Let's say it's 9. We've tripled it. We've tripled the regret rate. Let's say it's 9%. Still lower than replacements. Still 91% of trans people who are happy with their care and living happy lives as trans people. Let's double that. 18%. Oh, that's still 72% of people, right? 72, is it 82? 82% of people. So I don't buy it, man.
As an organic, extremely statistically rare thing. And then we can talk about the best way to treat those kids and make sure they know what they're doing and that they don't make any decisions that they might regret. But all you're going to do is confuse young children. This kind of bizarre...
It's not that hard. Billy's Sally now. Like, we literally have children's cartoons about, like, gender bending. There's like 3 Fairly Odd Parents episodes about it. Like, it happens all the time, and it doesn't confuse our children. Bugs Bunny did it. Like, who cares?
Our children's book trying to explain boys can become girls to people who are so young they don't even understand these concepts or have fully formed senses of self or know.
You learn what gender is and what, like the difference between boys and girls by the time you're 4. 4 is like the latest you learn it. Between 3 and 4 is when you learn it, okay? So by the time you're 4, you know what gender is and the difference between boys and girls. You can understand this concept. It's not that hard.
Know what sex and gender are as concepts. It's really disturbing that anybody would be pushing this on children this young.
God, I've got to debate this guy. I forgot how bad I wanted to debate him before.
Let alone for a
I gotta
profit.
reach out to
and
him.
Okay, so this book exists.
I gotta return his calls.
Would you, as a trans influencer and TikTok creator, purposefully sit down and read a children's book on an app that tons of kids are on about it like this, in this just objectively creepy manner? There's only...
It's a children's book, man. What was bad about it? Break it down. Break it down. Like, I know you tried to just now, but the best you could say about it is children don't understand the concept of boys becoming girls and vice versa. Yeah, they do. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's like, okay, Billy's Sally now. Great. Hi, Sally. That's fine. They might have a couple questions. They might say, how did that happen? You know, like did the gender fairy show up and trans you or something? Like they might need like a simplified explanation of what being the concept of trans, but ultimately they will accept it. And they do accept it. Unless people like you convince them not to, you idiot. Like, why would you do that? Do you hate trans people? Of course you do.
Only one reason. Either you're trying to confuse kids, which might be part of it, or, and I think this is the more likely explanation, it's rage bait. Lily knows that these videos
Unlike Brad
will get
Polumbo.
lots of views and lots of engagement, and Lily will be able to cash out in the TikTok Creator Fund. But
Okay, I don't care if Lily is making money off of this. That's not like an actual argument against what she's saying. All the research supports like the level of care we have for trans children right now is acceptable. It's good. It's good. It's one of the best outcomes we have for any form of healthcare ever. People love gender affirming care. They love it. Okay? So if a child like sees like a trans woman on TikTok one time, and then they're like, "Oh, I didn't know that that was a thing." And then they look at themselves in the mirror and they're like, could I be trans? Could I be trans? Guess what I never did growing up? Think, could I be a woman? Never did that. I never looked in the mirror and was like, gee, I wonder what would happen if I was a woman. I have in my adult years, okay? Because I'm a progressive, and I thought about it, and I was like, would I be fine as a woman? And, you know, maybe I would be. I don't care, though. I'm fine as a man, so whatever. But the point is, it's just not, like, if you have a child that looks in the mirror and is like, could I, like, a child who was born male, look in the mirror and say, could I be a girl, right? Like, what if I were a girl? And they really want that. What's the problem? What's the problem? All the internet did is wake up more trans people, okay? And that's good. That means that these trans people won't be forced to be closeted their entire lives and think they're the only one that thinks this. It's been a revolution for trans people. It's great, but it's held back by dipshits like you who want to say that trans people are bad somehow. They're not bad. Yeah, children should know that trans people exist because they might be trans themselves, okay? This is the same conversation we had for decades about being gay, and you're recycling all of it. You're a traitor, man. You're a traitor.
But at the expense of the trans community and the broader LGBT community. But do they not see that? These people who do these intentionally inflammatory and divisive things in the name of LGBT, do they not see the polls going down, the increase in public backlash? And
do you know what the polling for interracial marriage was in the 1950s? 94% did not want it. 94%. That's even a healthy chunk of the black population, mind you. 94% did not want it to be legal. Okay? Didn't stop them.
And realize that it's literally because of you. Like, look in the mirror. You are the problem. Stop posting, seek help, and stay away from people's children, Lily.
Disgusting.
We've got
Disgusting
more
freak.
TikToks that will
What a
destroy your
disgusting
brain cells
freak you are,
after
man.
this. Take this recent story we talked about on this show.
Oh, I know
where
her.
A congressperson named
I wish she'd grow a spine, but I'm of two minds on Sarah McBride. On the one hand, I get it. You know, like she's the first out trans congresswoman, which is crazy, okay? And especially under a Trump term. So, like, you have to be like, okay, I get it. On the other hand, Sarah, like, come on. Like, you could be an icon. You could be, like, the spokesperson for trans people. You know that, right? Like, you could be the one. You could be the one, and you just aren't, okay? I would expect a little bit more effort from somebody who puts themselves out there already like this. You're already a congresswoman. Just go the full distance, okay? Fight for your own rights, okay? Like, it's just disappointing.
Sarah McBride, who identifies as a transgender woman, was referred to as congressman by one of their colleagues. If you only read partisan media, whether it's on the left or on the right,
that's bad. That's
you would
bad.
Really struggle to find out what
I don't need to read. I literally saw it happen. She's not a congressman. She's a congresswoman.
actually happened here. But using Ground News, an amazing service that I've personally used for years and that helps me
Using Ground News, I was able to find that yes, she was in fact called a congressman. She was misgendered. Yes, she was misgendered. But using Ground News, thankfully, I was able to find some right-wing sources that said that's not a big deal. And that's what I'm going to use for my video. Okay, why does Ground News sponsor both The Majority Report and Brad Polumbo. Okay.
So one of my favorite genres of TikToks is when the woke eat their own. When even the people who are trying to be good allies get in trouble with the extreme activists, because with a lot of these people, there's really no satisfying them. And that's certainly the category that this next video falls
No
into.
satisfying
Take a
us.
listen.
If you are a cis person making content on trans issues, you are
Wait, this is for me. Cis people, you are responsible for their transphobia in your comment section. Hey! If you're being transphobic in my comment section, f you, man. F you, okay? I spit on you. Patui. Okay? I actually delete a lot of transphobic comments, so I feel like I do better than most on this.
responsible for your comment section. I am so tired of seeing a video in support of trans people.
I do
and then
try.
going to the comment section and it's just filled with unchecked transphobia. I wanted to make this video for a while, but with all the Natalie B stuff blowing up, it is rampant. Your platform is giving voice to those comments. You are literally platforming that.
I'm on two minds of this. I'm of two minds on this. On the one hand, I hear what she's saying. She's not wrong. You know, like you have a very popular video and then a transphobic comment at the top, and that comment's very popular, and now you're spreading this idea. So I get what she's saying, and she's not wrong. On the other hand, it's like, how much do I want to actually get on these creators who are not transphobic and tell them like, oh, Sweaty, like you're not handling your comment section well enough, Sweaty, like you need to take care of this, Sweaty. Like it's just like, I get what she's saying, but I feel like this is a very TikTok brained video, if that makes sense. Like there's so many more prescient issues to tackle than this, and more disgusting cretins like Brad Polumbo to go after.
That hatred. I know it's a lot of work, and I do not care. If you do not have the bandwidth,
But I'm not
to
mad at
manage your
her. I
comment
get it.
section, you do not have the right to be making content about trans people.
I get it.
You will not find unchecked hate anywhere on my page. I have deleted thousands of comments. I've blocked thousands of people. If you can't handle it, find a friend who can do it for you. I've literally had to pass off my page to someone else to manage the comments because I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
You want credit? You need to do all the work. And that means
Okay, as a content creator myself, comment sections are some of the most like damaging things to your mental health you will ever have.
preventing me from
I bet
seeing
even
hate
Brad would
on
agree with
your
that,
page.
wouldn't you, Brad?
No. The world is not your safe space, love. And it is not anyone else's job to prevent you from seeing hate, which I imagine you interpret rather broadly
If it's transphobic, it is hate, man. She is seeing it.
and include a whole lot of just old-fashioned disagreement. But you do know you're capable of just not looking at the comments, right? You know that's an option. Like, seriously, these people have no agency, no personal responsibility, no sense of, maybe it's up to me to ensure that I have a good experience. No, the rest of the world is supposed to filter through thousands upon thousands of comments.
But like, all she did was say like, you know, content creators, if you want to make your space more accommodating to trans people, try to clean up your comment section. Make it so that like it doesn't say trans people suck ass and I hate them. I think that's acceptable to remove, you know, like it's not asking too much for the creator to remove that, you know, like just remove it. If you want my opinion, the platform should do it. Honestly, like just the platform should already be engaging in censoring comments like that, okay? Like sometimes like comments like that just don't add to the conversation. They're not productive. Like what are we getting from that? I don't care. Yeah, take it down. Like it's not asking that much is my point.
Comments and delete everything that might hurt your fifis. No, get a grip, okay?
Yo, we got 2 Twitch chatters. Whoa. Hello, Twitch chatters. Hello, Twitch chatters. Hello, Twitch chatters. Why does his face look like that? Somebody described him. Listen, I'm not trying to comment on people's looks. And if listen, I'll even give Brad a handicap. Listen, you can make fun of my bald head. Okay, there you go. It's fine. I'm bald. I'm not ashamed of it. You can make fun of it if you want. But like, also, I try not to comment on people's looks, but I did think the discount Robbie Rotten comment was the best. It's so funny. It's so funny. I'm sorry. It's just really funny, man. And I can't get over it.
Hey, it's on you. To have thick skin, the internet, especially if you're a content creator, can be an ugly place. And obviously threats or harassment or anything like that that crosses a line is terrible, but people are going to be mean to you on the internet. And in this case, you're not even talking about like insults or name calling directed to you. You're just talking about going on to other.
Yeah, but like, man, like people know this shit, okay? Yeah, people are gonna be shitty to you. People have been shitty to me. They've called me soy boy. They call me people call me chaser all the time, because I think that trans people deserve rights or something. They call me a chaser all the time. Okay, I've gotten a few death threats, you know, like it happens. I get it. And you do have to have somewhat of a thick skin. I don't disagree with that. But at the same time, like, why are you focusing your energy on her? Like, never in my life would I think to make except if I was in my conservative phase still, I guess, post-conservatism, never in my life would I think, yeah, I can make a valuable video about this trans woman who saw some comments stating that her existence is invalid and getting upset about it. Like, I just like... focus on anything else, you douchebag. Focus on literally anything else, okay? Do you live in the United States? Are you aware that the Conservative Party right now is trying to take away your rights to get married? Do you know that? Focus on that, okay? Like, why are you getting on her ass? This is why I don't think you're a genuine person. Shut the up. Be better.
Their content from people who are agreeing with you and saying the good opinion that you like, and then they're failing to delete every single post that disagrees.
Why is he looking at these videos? They clearly annoy him. Well, listen, I'm not the pot that's going to call the kettle black, man, okay?
With you and saying the good opinion that you like, and then they're failing to delete every single post that disagrees with them, which you label hate. Yeah, I'm sorry. The audacity to expect that, even for a second, is astounding. And if you've been doing that on your posts, then either you're not getting that much engagement, because past a certain point, it's just literally impossible with the number of comments that I get on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. I don't care to. I believe, you know what, let people have their say. If there's somebody's like post something inciting violence or being violent towards someone, or incredibly...
You don't delete homophobic comments? Like, I mean, that's your choice. That's your prerogative, I guess. But like, just like, what value are homophobic comments adding to your comment section? You know, like at worst, I'll leave a comment just so I can reply to it and be like, hey, actually, you're a idiot. And then people see that and they get happy about it. And then that's value added to that comment. I put the value in.
Power.
I get it, but he is the pot. So it would be like saying, like the kettle saying, so are you? I don't understand. Like, I'm watching content that annoys me, and he's watching content that annoys him.
Wealth, fame, power.
Why is it doing that? Why are we having this session here? Sound alerts. Why are we doing that? Having fun? Are we?
Wealth, fame, power.
Are we done?
Wealth, fame, power.
I'm disabling the alerts. Yes, Nimbly, in fact, gifted 5 Alec Gunter memberships on YouTube.com. Thank you so much, Nimbly. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Sorry I was being... Sorry I was acting annoyed about the notifications. I just didn't know what was happening because I didn't see anything because the multi-chat thing that I have did not show me, and I don't have the alert popping off for some reason on the screen, so I didn't see it. But thank you. Much appreciated. Okay. Where were we at with Discount Robbie Rotten?
Nasty, and I see it occasionally. I will delete it, but I almost always just let people say whatever they want in the comments, because guess what, babe? You don't have to look, and people deserve a chance to have their say. I will just never relate whatsoever to this entitled worldview where you expect the whole world to be your safe space.
But like, if all the comments you see all the time, like, let's take the John Oliver video, for example. If all the comments you see all the time are just people shitting on your existence, that's going to get to you. You know, like, you're going to be like, oh, I kind of suck, don't I? Like, that my existence is not valid, in fact. Like, people just hate that I am around and existing. You know, like, it wears on your mental facilities, okay? So, like, I get it. Like I said, if you're going to be, like, railing against transphobia, this is not the most effective method or, target. I'll grant you that. But, like, like, why go after her, man? She's clearly hurting from some of these comments. Like, why shit on her for it? You know, that sucks. That kind of just sucks.
Grow up. Okay, this next TikTok made me a little nauseous. I'm not gonna lie. Take a listen.
Oh no.
I have to keep you haters busy, so here you can see my gay puppy flag. Over here, that's an agender flag. A demisexual flag. Another gay puppy flag.
Wait, there's two of them. Hold on now. Hold on. Why do the gay puppies get two of them? That's not fair. Mom said you can have two flags? I think not.
A gender
I'm disgusted.
flag. Oh, and let's not forget my Texas puppy flag
Yo, Texas.
and my rubber puppy flag.
How many puppy flags do I've actually seen that one. How many puppy flags do you have, man? That just seems expensive at this point.
I don't think Texas claims you. Like, really? Puppy? Can't you keep... Not the animal shit. I really try.
But who cares? Who cares, Brad? Come on, Brad. Come on. Like, why do you care? Like, what harm is he doing? Who cares? What tangible harm is this person actually doing? I've never seen this video. I never had to see this video, and I wouldn't have seen this video if not for this video. So, like, I just, like, what's the problem? What's the real problem here? That it's weird? That you don't like it? Who cares, man? Let him be happy.
I used to be way more judgy. I really try not to judge people.
Oh, he doesn't
stuff.
judge anymore. Trust me,
day,
bro.
What you do in the privacy of your own home is your business, and as long as consenting adults are involved, it's none of mine. But like the puppy stuff is weird to me. The animalistic nature of it all, absolutely not. It's a
Who
no
cares?
for me.
You've never been animalistic in the bedroom, man? That sounds boring. I'm sorry. Like, you got to do a little predator prey shit sometimes. Like, you just, like, there's literally a song called, like, it's you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, right? Like, like, we talk about animals all the time. Okay, calm down. Me, calm down. No, you calm down. Hi, Tina.
Me, personally, but knock yourself out. But what you're not going to do is conflate that with gay people. You're not a gay pup. Maybe you're gay and a pup, but these are not the same thing. It's not part of the community.
If you're gay and a pup, then you're a gay pup. What are you talking about? If you're gay and a gamer, you're a gay gamer. If you're gay and tall, you're gay and tall. You're a gay tall person. Oh, this type of homosexual? Don't be homophobic, Tina. Excuse you.
It has nothing to do with it, right? Just because we have a certain sexual and romantic orientation in terms of who we're attracted to, who we want to marry, doesn't mean we have weird kinks and stuff.
Tina, fun fact, this guy, since you weren't here, this guy is somebody I was going to debate a while back, but we never got around to it. Like, he had to reschedule and we just never rescheduled. So I'm going to reach out to him again and see if he wants to debate trans stuff, because he's a huge transphobe. The gay white conservative? Yeah, that's true. I don't know if he'd call himself a conservative, but at this point it's like, I don't care. You are one. You are one, man. Sorry.
And conflating our...
He was afraid? No, I don't think so, because otherwise he wouldn't have emailed me in the first place for a debate. He would have just ignored me. Like, we just never rescheduled is the thing. I'm joking. Oh, okay.
Identities with your kinks is not just orientation in terms of who we're attracted to, who we want to marry. Doesn't mean we have weird kinks and stuff. And conflating our identities with your kinks is not just offensive and outrageous. It also like delegitimizes our identities and our lives and the way.
Okay. Let me update you on what would delegitimize your life as a gay man, my friend. Delegalizing gay marriage. You want to talk about delegitimizing your identity as a gay man? Let's talk about what the conservatives are currently doing to take away your rights to marry somebody that you love. Okay? The puppy flag is not what's your problem. That is not your problem, man. It's not. Never has been and never will be. It's simply not. You can call it weird all you want. It's not your problem. It's not. It's not. Like, you will not get brownie points for cozying up to conservatives. You just won't. So spare me the bullshit.
Way we live by conflating it
you
with
just want to shit on people and bully
sexual
them.
Stuff that's strange that people are into. That's what I don't like about this. One, the whole thing is just TMI. Like, no one asked, sir. And two, you're conflating it with stuff that has nothing to do with it. And whether you realize it or not.
Literally all he said is that it's a pup flag. If I did not know what a pup was, I'd be like, what's a pup? What is that? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Is that like I'm assuming it's a furry thing, but like, is it like specific? Like, is it, I don't care. 36 people, dead chat. Hey, you. My chat is very alive. And even if it's not, I'm having a good time anyway. It's roleplay as like a pup. Okay, like, I just don't care. I don't care. Like, what? Like, ask most gay people if they would care if they saw this at like a pride parade, and they just wouldn't care. Like, let them have it. Who cares? All they want is like for you to be like, yeah, that's fine. It's valid and fine that you like that stuff. That's fine. Who gives a shit? Like, who cares?
Doing a lot of harm in that front. We see this. This is part of why people don't have the kind of support for the LGBT Pride Month parades and all this that they used to. Because you go there and there's all these kinks and shit that has nothing to do with being gay.
It has never come from puppy people, okay? Puppy gender, whatever the it's not the puppy gender people. It's not, man. That's insane. Do you know who's actually trying to take away your rights? Conservatives. It's a flag, dude. One that most people have never seen before. I haven't seen like 3 of those flags. I've only seen one of them by happenstance, and I forgot what it stood for, so I didn't give a shit. Like, nobody's like, ask anybody. No. 1320 is where we're at. Let's go back. First of all, ask anybody if they've ever seen this flag. I don't even remember which flag this is. What is it? Genderqueer? I forget. Which flag is this? I forget. I literally forget. Poly? That one's a gender? Dream sexual? That doesn't sound right. Do you mean demi? Gender fluid? Is it a gender fluid flag? Wait, he says it. It says it right there. I'm stupid.
A gender fluid flag?
There's our answer. I literally forgot what that was, is the point. Like, ask anybody if they've seen the gender fluid flag. First of all, which is way more common than this
and let's
one.
Not forget my Texas puppy flag.
Ask anybody.
And my rubber puppy flag.
Ask anybody if they've seen the rubber puppy flag. Guys, you don't understand. This flag is why the gays are being persecuted. It's this flag. It's this flag. You don't understand. The latex puppies are taking over the queer space. We must stop them. Okay? The latex puppies are causing problems, and we need to execute them. Okay? Or at least like get rid of them. But like really, man, like, what are you talking about? Ask anybody if they've ever seen this flag. Even most queer people haven't. We were at 1320, right?
Ask,
this is fine.
Sir. And 2, you're conflating it with stuff that has nothing to do with it. And whether you realize it or not, doing a lot of harm in that front. We see this. This is part of why people
it's really have the kind of support
for the LGBT Pride Month parades and all this that they used to. Because you go there and there's all these kinks and shit that has nothing to do with being gay. Stop. Have your own little things about that, but stop trying to...
Kink is part of pride. Kink is just part of pride. It always has been and always will be. Okay? It's part of it. Like, look at the history, man. Prove me wrong. It's always been part of it. Like, just allowing people to be free. Okay? It's always been part of it. I'm sorry. Like, kink and pride is not a discussion. Like, if you're worried about... If you're more worried about, like, kink and pride than you are about, like... Westboro Baptist, thank you. If you're more worried about kink at pride than you are at Westboro Baptist at pride, which they're pretty much at every pride event now, like, I'm sorry, your anger is directed wrong, okay? Is the guy just saying got a flag? I don't care what he does in his free time, just let people live and let live. That's what I'm saying. Like, who cares? Who cares? Like, it's not going to affect your 10-year-old to see the puppy latex flag. It's not. They'll see the flag and go, wow, that's cool, and not think anything of it. It's just not a problem. It's not.
Make everything about everything, because all you're doing is creeping people out. Up next, this take from the gay news guy on TikTok is kind of wild. Take a listen.
So this is real, tweeted straight from the White House's official account. And conservatives might try and say, show the context, Josh, in a vile attempt to allow Trump to normalize this kind of rhetoric. So
the White House simply should never tweet this. They shouldn't. No serious society would allow, like, their executive power and chief of staff of the fucking military to tweet this. This is unacceptable. This is shit that, like, you wouldn't believe if somebody wrote it into the script of a movie. It would be too on the nose. Like, why would you accept this from your fucking president? I agree with this guy.
I will show you the context. The issue here isn't the context, it's normalizing this speech. So if they use this against immigrants or gay people or trans people, we'll all be a bit less surprised.
Hold on.
I
Sorry.
will show you the context. The issue here isn't the context, it's normalizing this speech. So if they use this against immigrants or gay
Our brave warriors executed counterterrorism airstrikes, killing dozens of ISIS jihadis hiding in a cave complex in Somalia.
gay people or trans
We something up the mess left. We cleaned up probably the mess left by Biden. My main thing is, why would you be okay with your president saying this? You know, like, the only time I'd be okay with the president saying this is if they're like, yeah, Hitler, we will find you and kill you. We will kill you if you don't kill yourself first, which you very, very well might do. You know, like, maybe that's possible that you will do that, but we will try to find you and kill you. Like, that's fine. Like, who cares? But when it comes to, like, if it's not Hitler, like, I just, like, in general, I don't think this is a good thing for the White House to tweet out. That's my point. That's my only point. That from lunch, are you in Britmonger land? Are you like, no, you'd be behind me if you're coming back from lunch. Unless you're working night shift, which good on you if you are. I could never do night shift. The government never said that about bin Laden. Yeah, and I honestly, like, I wouldn't have blamed them if they had, but they had the decency to not do that. It just makes me uncomfortable. I guess it's just bad vibes.
people, we'll all be a bit less surprised.
Dude, put down the crack pipe. You've officially had enough. The White House put out a tweet saying they'll kill and have killed ISIS members, literal terrorists. And this dude, Josh, the gay news guy on TikTok,
he's literally like
has
running
an issue with that.
He's literally like running defense for Donald Trump. Like, f you, man. Like, he doesn't deserve that. Why would you waste your time defending Donald Trump? Who cares? He's a idiot. Okay, he wants to take away your right to marry. Did I mention that? Like, have you read Project 2025? Because it's happening. I'm just saying.
It'd be me, actually fine in my book to kill ISIS, but then, more weirdly than that, suggested that if the government can kill terrorists, then it will also kill immigrants or gay.
They're literally calling immigrants terrorists and shipping them to El Salvador. They're doing that. Like a literal concentration camp in El Salvador. They are doing that. They admitted to at least one. What's the guy's name? Here, let's look it up. Abrego Garcia. Can the U.S. return man deported to El Salvador? Immigration lawyers think so. On the 12th of March, Kilmar Abrego Garcia was driving home with his young son in Maryland when he was stopped by agents from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. Agents took Mr. Garcia into custody, then shuttled him to detention facilities in Louisiana and Texas. According to a federal judge, after 3 days without any notice, legal process, or hearing, Mr. Garcia found himself back in his native El Salvador at an infamous prison known for housing gang members. The government said he was deported due to, quote, administrative error. So yeah, sorry, they will just sometimes call you a terrorist for being an immigrant. Yeah, that does happen, in fact, as it turns out.
Gay people. I think you forgot to take your meds, babe. That little bottle, the one your doctor gave you, told you it was really
I hate him. I hate him so much.
You open it up twice a day.
Can I survive a debate with this man? How long will I last? Put your bets in. Place your bets. How long will I last before I rage quit? I don't know, boys. I think 30 to 40 minutes. Get high first. That's a good idea. We do suck. Definitely get high first. I'll consider it. I do want to listen. I don't think that he'll be a bad debater. I don't think that. I want to make sure that I'm prepared for anything he has to throw at me. And I think the biggest part of that will be the cast report. And I want to make sure that I got my ducks in a row when it comes to the cast report. Because like I want to make sure I can just rattle off the talking points. You know what I mean? Like cast report. You know, like Cass herself met with somebody who was a cabinet member of Ron DeSantis. They excluded trans people from the study completely. The report itself says that, like, it messed up the numbers, the statistic of, like, the number of people with autism or something. I don't remember. It up like a really important statistic though. And then also like there's a bunch of talking points is the point. I want to make sure that I got all my ducks in a row is the point. So I will be preparing for that one. The amount of mental gymnastics to be LGBT plus and supporting the side that hates us is astounding. Like it's mind numbing that people are willing to throw everyone else under the bus to just be one of the good ones. Yeah, it's insane. I mean, it's just the ultimate cuckery. Like he's a cuck. It's sad.
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be optional. wasn't supposed to be something you just
Shut up.
skipped some days when you felt like it, because this is the result. And it's embarrassing levels of Delulu at this point. Okay, here's one last video that honestly made me roll my eyes so hard I think I gave myself a headache. Take a listen.
I'm to the point that if I casually see somebody repping the American flag, I'm automatically assuming that you're racist. Because ain't no way.
Babe,
Yeah, I mean, it's a good indicator. Like, listen, I rep the American flag personally, like on the back of my car, but I have it next to the Palestine flag, the LGBTQ flag, and the Ukraine flag, because I do believe in America. You know, I love America. The thing that I don't like about America is the people that rule it. The thing that I do like about America is the people that inhabit it. Okay, I'm a people appreciator. Okay, so like I believe in America, the project most people believe that it is, which is a democracy with freedom, with very basic freedoms laid out for its people. Freedom of speech being one, freedom of self-defense being another. I think that there are a lot of good ideas to work with here. I am a very strong believer in America, and I didn't always believe that. I used to have a TikTok of me burning a flag, whatever. But like that would, you know, I had the freedom of speech to do that, didn't I? Because I was frustrated with America. I was frustrated with my country, and that's the way that I expressed it back then. The way I express it now is by saying, no, I actually love America, and I love what it stands for. I just wish that it were better, okay? It can be better. Like, why would you not demand better? Sorry, I got off on a rant here. My main point was, like, I understand what he's saying, where like most people, like not everybody who shows an American flag is necessarily racist, but like if you're proudly wearing one, that usually means you're conservative, and that usually means you're probably pretty racist. So yeah, I get it. Why is it muted?
Because
There
ain't
we
no
go.
way.
Babe, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. You spend way too much time on the internet, on social media, okay? Because normal people like America and like the American flag, and even will proudly display it in their homes or their businesses or on their apparel because they like the country we live in. That is...
But like you didn't even hear her out. Like I'm sure there's more to that TikTok. Who's that person? Is there really no... Wait, there's no name on it? There's usually a name on the side.
See somebody repping the American flag, I'm automatically assuming that you're racist.
There's got to be
Because
more
ain't
to
no
that.
Babe, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. You display it in their homes or their businesses or on their apparel because they like the country we live in. That is, whatever problems it may have and however dysfunctional its leadership may be, is one of the most prosperous and free societies to ever exist in all of human history. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the people boasting the American flag that you probably assume are racist are probably minorities. A lot of them, but I guess they're racist because they don't...
Literally, yes. I can prove that. When you talk about... Here, let me take a minute to look up a study real quick. I can prove that. Black people are racist sometimes against themselves. No, this is a real thing that happens. This is a result of white supremacy. Let me prove this. Teachers' implicit bias against black students starts in preschool, study finds. Findings reveal subconscious racial bias of teachers who directed attention more closely to black boys when challenging behavior, quote unquote, is expected. If anyone ever doubted that black children are not treated equally in the classroom, the research released this year surely proved them wrong. In June, studies stated that black students are nearly 4 times as likely to be suspended as white students and nearly twice as likely to be expelled. In September, we heard that black preschoolers are 3.6 times more likely to receive 1 or more out-of-school suspensions. Preschoolers! And a few days ago, new research from the Yale Child Study Center finally pointed to clues as to why these disparities may exist. Implicit bias. Implicit biases take the form of subtle, sometimes subconscious stereotypes held by white teachers, which has been shown to result in lower expectations of rates of gifted program referrals for black students. It's not even just white teachers. I saw this on the Majority Report. There was a guy talking about his studies, and they were like, oh, well, we expected that when like black teachers took this test, that they would actually not be racist. But no, like black teachers, black cops, they all look at black, they still actually are trained to give the eye to black people to make sure they're not acting out. Teachers' unconscious racial beliefs could produce biased evaluations of student academic performance, which translates into real implications for educational attainment. Yet evidence linking teachers' bias to these disparities has been lacking. Study published by the educational researcher. This month we examined teachers' implicit biases and their correlates. Our findings, described in more detail below, largely confirm hypotheses that connect county-level teacher implicit bias to disparities in achievement and school discipline between black and white students at the county level. Measuring implicit bias requires tapping into implicit cognition, a difficult task. In our study, we leveraged data from Project Implicit's White-Black Implicit Association Test. The White-Black IAT assesses test takers' automatic associations for white and black people. Our first key finding is that educators, like the general public, hold slight pro-white/anti-black implicit bias, and that this bias is more strongly related to individual factors than contextual factors. Teachers of color show lower average bias than white teachers, with black teachers showing the least anti-black bias. But teachers of color are a far smaller share of the teaching workforce than white teachers. So black teachers do show smaller bias, but they still show bias. The least anti-black bias. It doesn't say it shows anti-white bias, it just says the least anti-black bias. Okay, I think that's enough of that.
I don't hate America like you. Like, honestly, tell me you've spent too much time on TikTok without telling me. That's all this video is. But I guess they're racist because they don't hate America like you. Like, honestly, tell me you've spent too much time on TikTok without telling me. That's all this video says to me, babe. It did not hit the way you thought it hit. It just revealed that you have had a little too much screen time and need to get out more. Okay, guys, let me know which one of these was your...
You're literally telling a black woman to her face that she does not see the racism she is seeing. I'm just saying, man. Like, that's kind of weird.
Favorite. That'll be it for today's video. Do hit that like button before you go.
So yeah, that's Brad Polumbo, piece of shit, transphobe extraordinaire, and also apparently like he's just a conservative grifter. That's all he is. Like, there's nothing more to him. He's just kind of a husk, you know? Like, I don't know to what extent he believes the shit that he says. It feels like he's just doing this for, like, money and views. So, anyway, I'm gonna email him back, try to get him on for a debate at some point. And I'm not gonna be high or drunk enough to deal with it, but we're gonna do our best. So, you can look forward to that, Brad. We'll set something up.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy what I do, I really appreciate any financial help that I can get. Go to youtube.com/AlecGunterTTV/join. You got some awesome benefits, such as seeing early videos, awesome emotes that you can use in the comments of YouTube videos, and a sweet badge next to your name. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate if you join. It is cheaper than the cost of a blowjob from your mom. So with all that being said, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.